Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Relationship
Relationship
Ed,
Ed.
where we try to figure out what's going on in his head.
And her head. Hey guys, I'm your boy Omain, and with us,
I'm your girl, Chrissy B.
welcome back. We have another topic for you guys. What's the name of this one, Chrissy?
Of course, it's called Bounce Back. So last week we were in a very sad mood because, as we told you before, we heard a little story, and it kind of made me feel like my spirit just, they feel sink.
Which part?
Past tense, which I use down. My spirit did feel cast down in me. My soul felt cast down in me, within me, right? So you don't know, today we are talking about bounce back. How do you get up? How do you move forward? Do you move forward with your baggages? Do you move forward holding on to even a little bit of the baggage? Because you don't know, forgiveness is a process. You might say you forgive, but then you don't truly let go. Because people will say, oh, me forgive, but me not forget. Not go so. Otherwise, you are going to walk around with your baggages.
Yeah, I kind of agree and disagree, because forgiveness is a wholesome thing, and I think forgiving somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you forget what they did. Because come on, we are like stored up with a lot of emotions and baggage and memories of the past, things that helped us out, things that hurt us, and in relation to bouncing back, those same experiences you've had in your bad relationship, if we're speaking about that one, can help you out in your next or future relationships. When it comes down to bounce back though, I don't think we should settle for your next relationship. I don't think it should be a case where you just have somebody as a placeholder without their I guess understanding of what you're going through, their ability to say to you, you know what, I get what you're going through, I'm kind of in the same spot, let's have a mutual understanding here if this is what we want. And if the whole intention is to trick somebody, it's the worst thing to do, I think. What's going on?
All right, so for me, first of all, talk about bounce back, or when I talk about bounce back, first thing comes up for me is the matter of forgiveness in terms of moving on. In fact, Omain said that you go still remember. It's kind of there for you as a guide moving forward. I'm not saying that you are going to forget, because of course that's why you have memory, because things go with the rona, then call somebody you have repression and regression and them whole heap of something there. However, you're not going to use it against the new person. So for example, if your last man that you had, ladies, cheated on you, right? Maybe 2 men cheat on you back to back, and you say, yo, me not trust no more man. As what you're going to do as a result is you're going to become insecure, and you moving on into a new relationship, it's going to poison that relationship, because you're going to always be insecure, because you are going to always remember what the last 2 people did. It's not just one person did it to you, it's 2, so it's fresher in your mind. So my point is, if you are going to move on at all and decide that you're going to love somebody new, it makes no sense you walk around with that very thing in mind. I wonder when they answer the phone. Me call him 2 times already and he not answer the phone. Why I never answer the phone? What is wrong with you? If you're not ready for a new relationship, allow that alone. I'll make him man go on. One next woman might be there wanting. I wait for him.
I like what you just said. There's a good point. It's not that the person isn't. I guess would say that they think a relationship is out of their league. I would suggest that, based on your very good analysis there, just hold back on the relationship until you find yourself being able to trust people, because that's a big part of the sustainability of a relationship. It's not just about getting a man or getting a woman, it's keeping one. It's the consistency, it's the trust, it's the dependability, the vulnerability. Yes, naturally when you guys go through, or when we all go through hurt, it resonates, it stays. If you're mature enough and you want to learn and grow from it, I think you're going to take it at face value, get to understand it, go deeper with it, speak to the person, resolve those issues, and see if the next possible relationships that you see, if you're really ready for it, if the person is ready for you as well. Because it's not a one-way thing where if I'm ready, How about if the other person is ready to take on someone like you with baggage, because more than likely they have baggage too.
Right.
You know, so it's a two-way street.
Yes, I was taking notes just now, along with what I already had. So my other point would be finding your new partner. So of course it's about forgiveness. When you are, before you get into the relationship, in order to, you know, express patience, forgiveness, and the whole story, I'm just thinking, what is it that you're now looking for? Is it that you are not really interested in a relationship to settle down? You have to ask yourself these questions, by the way. Are you planning on settling? Are you planning on flirting around? That can also be very dangerous. So these are some of the things you have to also, you know, protect your emotions, because you can't allow, you know, because you're flirtatious, you might just, you know, yeah, I mean,
In an
flirt with the wrong
uncomfortable
guy
situation.
and all of that. So you have to.
And even the
guard
other
your
day,
emotions.
I was watching something on the media, and this lady got everything she wanted from a man, but he is possessive, he is controlling. But at the time, when everything was running so smooth, she was fat. You know, it goes to a saying: when the piper comes to collect, you've got to be ready to pay, because it's very expensive. You understand? So you must know what you're going out there to do after hurt. So it all starts with a bad experience in a relationship and how you move forward. How is it that you're gonna find another relationship? And I'm not talking about jumping from one into another, but eventually, when you do find one, where would you want yourself to be? What kind of mindset, psychologically, financially, physically? What is it that you want to show your partner that you're willing to do and to expect from that partner as well? A lot of people nowadays, this is from my own experience, from observing other experiences, they do not spend, or we, because I like to include myself, I'm not perfect, but we have a way where we just move from one thing to the next without spending enough time in thought, especially with ourselves, especially by ourselves, to really figure out what went wrong. Is it just the person? What were the things I could have done to make it a little different, to affect it in such a way where it didn't have to reach this place? And then how am I going to avoid this in the future? What is it that I need to change inside of myself? Do I need to make it sure that when I go to work and I get my pay, I save? If it is that I'm insecure about money, if it is that I'm insecure about my looks, what is it that I need to do? If it is that I'm insecure about my position at work, those sacrifices need to be made so that at the end of the day, it's not a bounce back and bounce into the wrong situation.
All right, so I have a few subtopics that are going to be covered under this. One thing that I have to say, and it is a matter of closure. So Omain was saying something pretty much close to that just now, and we spoke about it last week. We spoke about the matter of counseling. You might be going through a lot, you know, emotionally, mentally, and you really need to sit and talk to somebody. Remember, I mean, I cannot stress this enough. You have to remember to sit and talk to somebody. I mean just your friend, somebody who can give you sure advice. You know, you have that one friend. We're not talking about the one friend now. We're talking about a counselor, somebody who can give you sound advice. All right, so like I was saying, trust, forgiveness, baggages. You have to sit down with. This is my opinion. Once again, my opinion. I'm not a professional. I mean, he's not a professional.
Right.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on in each other's head. I mean, I have some views. He has some. Man, you might the woman, the views I may have, the woman have similar views, and you can say, oh, that's why she behaves so.
Right.
And same for ladies. You might hear a man say some things, and you're like, oh, that's why that man did say that. You get what I mean? So I'm
Can I
just
pause you there?
Sure.
Now is a great time, guys, to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We are just trying to figure out what's going on in each other's
Which
heads.
is right. Which is
You
right.
guys need to figure out what's going on in your couple's heads in video land
Right.
there. Share some of your thoughts with us. We are always happy to have your comments. Chrissy makes the time. She really does take the effort and respond to like a lot of the comments there. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for allowing us to grow with you. Back to what you were saying, huh?
Thank you.
There you go.
All right. So like I said, I believe strongly that we need closure, especially after relationships that were long term, 7 years, 5 years and above. Me do believe you need some closure, because you get to sit down. It might be steamy, it might be very heated, and that's why you need a professional there. Or even if it's a friend who is professional, that works too. Or you might have one JPR. You might say one of them like a person that you can go to and the two want to sit down and you talk. Tell the person what them they do for hurt you. They might talk sometimes you have a lot of dishonesty because there's a third party there and the person don't want to look like the bad person. Because remember what I said last week, everybody is a victim, right?
This is true.
So everybody will tell them story.
And share their point of view.
And not just their point of view, because the one themselves look good.
Right.
You understand? I always say, I don't know if I'm going to go disagree right now, but I've always said I can tell both sides of a story. Because whenever, like, for example, there's an argument, I make sure I listen. Not for a woman, we listen for cuss back. It is true.
We don't listen to understand.
We don't listen to understand
we listen
at all.
To respond.
So me listen, and even if me might argue on the points where they make, at the end of the day, I can say I know why he behaved that way, because he did express it in the cussing though. So we have to be focused. Anyways, back to the point of, like I said, sitting down with somebody, talking through your problems. Baggages don't make sense in a new relationship.
Unless the person is helping you through it. If you're honest
That's
enough.
much strain.
Who knows? It depends on the persons. It depends on the honesty level and the factor. Because no one remedy fits all relationships.
It is true.
So we have to be mindful of how we're going into it. The best solution, I think, just be open, just be honest, just be vulnerable. These are the key ingredients. You cannot have a relationship that works without those as the base. When it comes on to what you were saying, though, I really agree with that last part. We have to ensure that we come into a new relationship open-minded. We have baggages, and if we were not able to completely sort out what those baggages were before entering a new relationship, before we chose to cave in, to give in to these new emotions with somebody else, we have an obligatory right to say to this person, I still have some things working on. Are you willing to help me work on this thing? And also, when it's very important to understand that the closest people around us see all of us. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Meaning, they're going to make you smile, they're going to make you cry.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
There you go. And once we're open enough to understand what that is all about, we can say, you know what, let me make the choice after I've thought about what you've just revealed to me as a person who wants the best for you. If you're going into a new relationship, try to do something different. If it is that it was sexual before, think about how it ended and say, you know what, is the sex the most important thing, or is it, my upbringing, my development while I'm in a relationship as well?
And earlier, Omain said that, the new partner can help with the baggage. I'm not saying no to that. However, that can be like overwhelming. I have case in point. So there was a situation with a friend who she went into a relationship. She had a lot of baggage because she was coming out of an abusive relationship, physical and emotional. And when she started, talking to the guys, there were instances where, the guy would remind her that, yo, I'm here for you, we can do this together and whatever. But like today she loved the guy and she in love and whatever, but tomorrow she gone in a one mode. I know she's not bipolar, but she don't remember. You know what I mean? She's remembering all of the hurts and all of the whatever, and like especially if the guy reminds her how much he loves her, whether by a kiss or a gift or bring her somewhere nice, she always kind of went back, and that is draining because she's just remembering all of that, bringing that into the new relationship. Over time the guy got tired and
but what does it
they
say?
both moved on. I think a patient again a patient because he expressed enough patience.
Exactly. But patience without understanding.
He had understanding, in my opinion.
No, man, not from his point of view. I understood that he was willing, but she was not willing to meet him halfway. He's understanding, and he's willing to help her out. Be honest with him. Don't keep those things bottled up inside, like we said the last time, because they have a way of rearing their ugly heads in your new relationship and catching the people off guard. And it's going to tear a hole into your relationship.
And I don't believe that she was not being honest with him, because she would tell him straight, say, yo, you know, say this is going on in my head, that's why I'm behaving like this. But at the same time, she just was not over that as yet. And sometimes, you need to give yourself time to heal. You need to stop before you go into one next relationship. You need some time. So for people them who just jump from one like a hopscotch, you just jump from one relationship to the next in a work.
Give yourself
Because
time.
you need time. You need time. You need alone time. You need time with maybe friends who can encourage you and tell you the truth. You understand? You don't need a friend who just tell you what you want here.
And it doesn't matter mostly what you do with your time by yourself, except that it must edify you, except that it must give you some kind of level of understanding more about yourself, developing that self-worth, so that nobody can take you for granted easily,
Right.
and you are going to give the best version of you to your partner.
I find it interesting that me and Omena agree on things, because of course, woman and man, we not generally agree really.
This is how it goes, and this is why we have this great platform to find out what's going on in each other's
Men are
heads.
from Mars, women are from Venus.
I don't
come
believe that.
on.
We were both born from the same tools, all right? One of that with
Then
one
know
of that.
So inside down there, one part of Mars or one of Venus.
Guys, it was another interesting
it's
episode.
not, because we're going to share the relationship fun fact today.
There you go.
And it says, holding a loved one's hand relieves pain and stress. Do you believe that? So it's in accordance to our topic, because we are talking about again, bouncing back down.
That's
All right, so research shows, by the way, this is from boardpanda.com, okay? And it says, holding a loved one's hand relieves pain and stress.
Do you believe that?
I believe that. I do believe that, right? So research shows that long-term couples with deep, strong connections can successfully soothe each other in stressful situations, or when one of them experiences pain, simply by holding hands.
It's a very
Feel
good
for
point.
all and all me and I'm safe.
I loved ones, it's say, my friend. I loved ones, it's say,
Look how
guys.
long we know each other.
How long is long? What is
We know
long?
each other long.
4 episodes, 5 episodes, 6 episodes, maybe. What? Eh? But let me
There's
see.
no support. Nah, I don't feel it.
Guys, it's been another interesting episode. It's your boy Omain and your girl
Chrissy B, you don't know. Keep safe, man. We're out.
Sana Yaya.